Airtel Money wallet. So before clicking on make payment, so just let me tell you something here. Let me show you something. So here is a burp suit, right? So the burp suit has a tool called proxy here. So we know proxy, it's a mediator kind of thing. So it's a tool called it's a mediator tool from the browser and the website or the web server. Okay, so I'm going, and here is an option called intercept. So this intercept is going to intercept the communication or the transaction, the request and responses between the browser and the web server. Okay, so I'm going to turn on the intercept here. So I just turned on the intercept. So let me put Burpsuit to the right side of the screen and the payment gateway to the left side of the screen. So as you can see on the screen to the left, I have Burpsuit, a tool called proxy, and its intercept is on. Okay, so that means all the data transmission between the browser and the web server will be intercepted by proxy. That means unless and until I forward the request from Burpsuit, it won't be going to the web server. Okay, so that's what happens here. So let me show you what happens here. Right. So here is a payment details, and you can see the still the final amount is 32,130 rupees. And I have selected Airtel Money Wallet. Let me click on make payment. So I clicked on make payment, and you can see the HTTP request is intercepted by Burpsuit. Unless and until I click on forward, that will not be sent to the browser. I'm sorry, the server, and the response will be directly displayed onto the website. That means the browser. Okay, let's click on forward, and you can see the payment page, igp.com. You can see it's a post request to the payment page, right, with all credentials and details. I'm clicking on forward, or you can see on the browser the page is being redirected. Okay, and you can see it is redirecting to secure.payu.in. So that is the payment gateway igp.com is using, the igp company is using. So I'm going to forward that again forward, and now it has been redirected to Airtel Bank. So that's what the wallet we have selected. So secure payu is actually a payment gateway which is making transaction for igp company, and as we selected the Airtel money, it's connecting to the Airtel Bank server, right? Let me click on forward. You can see Airtel Bank. Let me open. I can see the payment page is here, and here in Burpsuit, we can see there is this parameter called amount, and its value is 32,130. So you can see the currency INR, date, successful URLs, and merchant ID. All these details are here along with the amount value. So now I'm going to modify that amount value to just 1 rupee, or let's say uh, 3 rupees. I like three rupees. Let me click on forward, forward, and I'm going to turn off the intercept. As you can see on the screen, so now the look at the screen, and you can see the amount I need to pay for the igp.com from my Airtel wallet is just 3 rupees. And you can see it's the payment I need to do for the igp website. You can see it's going to be made to Internet Shopping Network Private Limited. That's what the company registered there, the igp registered for payment. And you can see here, so there is an information icon here. If you click on that, we get the merchant details. So the merchant is Internet Shopping Network Private Limited. Their reference number is also there. The order amount, I repeat, the order amount is 3 rupees, as well as the total amount I need to pay. See, that means order amount. That means the amount that I need to pay for IGP for the product I have ordered. I have ordered in their e-commerce website is just 3 rupees because of the manipulation I have done when the transaction is being made from the payment gateway. I hope you understood that. So this is how exactly the cyber criminals, any black hat hackers, okay, they're going to manipulate the transactions while the payment is made using this Burpsuit or any other similar tools in order to purchase a product with higher prices or any product they want just for 1 rupee or 3 rupees, or sometimes they use negative values. Consider a scenario, it's 3. Okay, what if I used a negative value, let's say minus 300? And what happens if the amount from the company's revenue has returned back to me? Okay, so let me tell you, there are different scenarios where we get cashbacks. Okay, for Swiggy, Zomato, or any or KFC. There are plenty of other food delivery websites and all, right? So they have some cashbacks, right? So in cashbacks, the amount will be reduced. So there we have negative values of amount that will be reduced from the order amount. Okay, I hope you are able to understand. Yeah. So whenever there are cashbacks for purchasing a product or or a food item or something, okay, so we'll be having negative values for that, where the amount that is mentioned for the cashback value will be deducted from the order amount. So what if we increase the value? What if we increase the value? Consider if it is 500, we make it 5,000. Okay, what happens? That means we'll get a cashback of 5,000 into our wallet. It may be to the Paytm wallet, it may be to the phone pay wallet, or it may be to any other wallet we have. Okay, we have with our account or with our phone number or with our account with the website or something. Okay, so that's how exactly the attackers, the cyber criminals, loot the e-commerce or travel website. This same vulnerability or manipulation exists in every e-commerce website which accept the Airtel payment banks or Airtel wallet payments. Also, even indigo.com, even Indigo airlines do have this vulnerability, and I have reported to them last week. But and I use the same technique here, so let me show you. But I guess Indigo, they might have blocked my IP address or something, because I cannot access their website. Let me see that. Yeah, so here it is. I can access goindigo.com. You can see it's Indigo, right? Let's try this. So previous after I have reported the vulnerability and all the vulnerability document to them, so they have blocked my IP with respect to any other issues arising. So let's see what happens here. Okay, this is not loading here. Let me take another, like, makemytrip.com. So even Make My Trip is a travel agency, right? So let's open that, makemytrip.com. So here it is. I'm going to select something here. Yeah. So it is from, it's going from Delhi to Bangalore here. I have already selected that. And it's on departure is 11th Jan, as you can see. So let me click on search. Yep. So here are a few details and prices and flights here. So let me click on view prices. So you can see there is Go First Airlines, right? And you can see here we have flights, and the highest one is 15,000, right? Let me click on book now. And you can see, so it's going from New Delhi to Bangalore, right? Yes. And the price is total amount is 15,601 rupees. And you can see, let's scroll down. It has any kind of information I need to fill. And you can see there is some kind of uh, travel insurance given here. I'll select I don't want. Yep, I don't want that. And yeah, we need to add the adult details, the traveler details. Let me click on add a new adult. Let's say my name. I'll select female. That's it. So in phone number, I'll use some random phone number, right? So email, I'll give some random email here. Let's say some and say xgb@gmail.com. Yes. So done. You can say I given some random number, email, random first name, last name, and mail. Every details are given. Let me click on continue. Yeah. Oh, it's asking for. Yeah. Let me click on 1 second. Yep. There you go. So let me click on confirm. Yes. Let me choose. And you can see we need to select the seat we want. So all the seats were taken already. Okay. Let me select the window seat. Right. So two. Yes. Let me scroll down and you can see here's a continue button. Let's click on that. And it's asking for meals or something. No, I don't need. Let me click on continue. Continue anyway. Yes. And it's asking for airport pickup and drop. I don't need anything. and nothing. Yeah, click on proceed. So I have clicked on proceed to pay. So now we are at the payment page. And you can see, so here also we have plenty of payment options like UPI, credit or the debit card or credit card, ATM cards, pay later, lazy pay and everything, and net banking and wallets option here. So trip money, gift cards, wallets and everything, and EMI pay, Google Pay, everything is available here. So now I'm going to select the wallets option again. Again, I'm going to click for the Airtel money, right? As you can see, so the Airtel money. So the total amount I need to pay is 15,891, right? So now let me show you again. So here is my proxy in website. I'll turn on the intercept. I'll click on pay now. I can see the payment page. I need to forward that forward. Here I'm going to forward that. I can see, you can see it's going from payments.makemytrip.com. Let's forward. Let's forward. And this time it's billdesk.com. This the payment gateway used by MakeMyTrip is billdesk.com, right? Similar to Secure Pay, like a payu payment gateway. And even this is also getting redirected to Airtel Bank. Let's forward. As you can see, so similar to the previous one, we got the same post request. See, you can see it's a post request. That's where the information is going to the airtelbank.com. So whatever the information we are forwarding will be taken by the, I mean, accepted by the Airtel payment bank. So this is where the vulnerability arises. So this information should actually be automatically forwarded in the background from the payment gateway to the Airtel payment bank, not from the client's browser. Okay, so that's where the vulnerability is going. The information, the information regarding the amount, value, and everything, the amount parameter and the amount value, this information is being forwarded from the browser. That means from the client's device to the server. So that's where it is possible to manipulate the amount information here. So you can say I'm going to manipulate the amount from 1589 to just 1 rupee. So can see, okay, actually there was an issue because of the request timeout. So we in order to explain you, the time has been, I mean the session time is out. So let me click on OK. Let's do that again. Yeah, here it is. So let's select the wallets again. I hope already you understood what's going on here, right? So I'm going to turn on the intercept, click on pay now. So let's click on forward until I see the post request where I can manipulate the amount value here, right? Let's see whether this happens here. Yeah, yes, here we are. So I'm going to manipulate the amount value here. I'll make it rupee 1. Let me click on forward and done. So as you can see again here, the same way you can see for even for the Make My Trip, the travel website, the amount I need to pay is just 1 rupee. Is just rupee 1. So that's the amount I'm going to make to makemytrip.com. I click on information again. You can see the merchant is makemytrip.com and the order amount is 1 rupee, and also the reference number is also clearly given here. The total amount I'll pay is just 1 rupee for 15,591 rupees. I hope you clearly understood that. So this is exactly how the cyber criminals are looting the revenue of these travel agencies, e-commerce websites, or anywhere there is a payment gateway. Okay, even the internet service provider websites. So there are plenty of internet service providers where they accept wallet payments or Airtel Money wallet payments. Okay, and they use some third party payment gateways like BillDesk or payu.com or securepayu.com and all. So these payment gateways are not properly forwarding the information to the payment server or the payment the payments bank. Okay, Airtel payments bank, like that. Okay, so that's where the vulnerability or the loophole is identified, and that is utilized by the hackers or cyber criminals. Okay, so it's where the payment gateway servers or the payment gateway developers has to make restrictions and proper information that should be transmitted from the client and the server and the payment gateway server to the respective bank server. Okay, I hope you understood that. Now let me demonstrate you how I have done each and everything, what burp suit is, how to install that, and how you can follow the same procedure, and how you can identify the same kind of vulnerability in any other platform, and we can report to the respective companies or organizations. So I have already and identified this vulnerability yesterday in Make My Trip, and I have reported to them. So if at all anybody is trying to take advantage of this vulnerability right now and try to purchase or make trips or something and all, or purchase some products or everything, they are going to be answering according to law. We cannot. I'm not responsible about anything here. See, I have taken permission. We have proper authorization in order to present this, and I have already reported this to the respective organizations. And if anybody tries to take advantage of this, they'll be definitely need to answer according to law, right? So here, so now let me explain you each and everything here. So here, let me introduce you to burpsuit. So the burpsuit is a tool created by this company called portsfigure. So this portsfigure company has created this tool burpsuit in order to perform vulnerability assessment or penetration testing on web applications mainly, and this is going to manipulate or intercept the communication between the client and the server. So where the client will be the browser, you can see the client will be the browser, and the web server will be obviously the web server, we know that. So whatever the http requests or http response that are being between the browser and the web server are intercepted by the burpsuit's tool called proxy. And burpsuit has plenty of tools. One of the tool is proxy, and it also has other tools where the testing will be automatically done. So the burpsuit itself is going to test for each and every manipulations or transactions or tampering of the data, and identify the vulnerabilities and create a report for that. Okay, so I hope you understood that. And so in real time, how hackers do this is, so they're going to use this technique called man in the middle attack. So there is this technique called man in the middle attack, where the attackers stand between the user, that means the target victim device, and the web server. Okay, so the regular connection between the victim's device and the web server will be broken by the attacker himself. Is going to trick the victim's device and the router or the web server make to break the connection, and he impersonates his machine or his device as a proxy server. So his device is going to be acted as a proxy server, and he's going to manipulate the transactions or digital transactions or any kind of transactions that are made by the victim. He's going and between the web server. Okay, so this is what happens in the real time. Okay, so before any attacker does such kind of activities and all, we as a security researchers, pen testers, and ethical hackers, white hat hackers, all these people, they use tools like burpsuit in order to identify the vulnerabilities prior to the hackers, where they compromise the security or loot any other companies. We're going to identify the vulnerabilities using burpsuit, and we're going to report to the respective organization so that they can provide a patch. And if at all they need any kind of patch and they need some support in order to create a patch, we're going to help them, right? So that's what we do. Okay, right. Moving on. So let me show you how you can install burpsuit and where you can download burpsuit and everything. Okay, and in operating systems like Kali Linux, which is created for pen testers and ethical hackers. Okay, so the burp suite is already pre-built. It's already available in Kali Linux. But as I'm demonstrating everything in Windows operating system, and even other Linux operating systems like Ubuntu doesn't have burp suite. So here now I'm gonna show you how you can install burp suite in your Windows operating system. Okay, so the official website is portsfigure.net. So you just have to visit portsfigure.net. So I'm going to share that in the chat box. Do make a note of it. right? So here is the Porchfigure official website, and observe the screen, and we have the products category here in the menu. Click on products, and now here the burp suit is available in three different editions. Okay, so it's available for enterprise edition, professional edition, and community edition. So the enterprise edition, both the professional edition, they have some automated dynamic web application vulnerability scanners. Okay, so which can be used to automatically identify the vulnerabilities without any testing on a web application. Whereas the burpsuit community edition, it has all the manual tools in order to perform the web security testing or the web application security testing. So, and the professional and enterprise edition, we need to purchase them, whereas the community edition is for free. Okay, so now we are going to continue with the burpsuit community edition. So click on products and select the burpsuit community edition, and will be redirected to the download page, where it just click on the go straight to downloads. Okay, so there is this option called go straight to downloads. You don't need to give your email address. If at all you want to give, you can give your email address and then download. So right now you don't need to give your email address, because we have this option to directly download the burp. So just click on go straight to downloads. Yes, and here we are redirected to the download page. I can see here is a Burpsuits Community Edition, and as I'm using Windows operating system 64-bit, and by default that is available here. So just if at all you are using a Linux operating system, okay, or a Mac operating system, so just click on this drop down button, okay, and you have a couple of options like jar, Linux, Mac OS, and Windows OS. Okay, so if you're using a Mac operating system, you can select Mac OS. Okay, or if you're using a Linux operating system with 64-bit edition, okay, architecture, select Linux 64-bit. Or if you want to run it with a Java JVM and all, so you can select the jar option. Okay, so if you can install jar in your own operating system and then run burpsuit with Java, right? So as you can see, mine is a Windows operating system 64-bit. I'm selecting Windows 64-bit, and it's by default available here. Now simply click on download. So now we can download this anywhere we want, right? And it's around like a 210 or 220 MB around. Okay, after once it is downloaded, okay, just wait until it is downloaded. Done. So as you can see, it has been, the download has been completed. So once it is downloaded, open the folder where you have downloaded that. Yes, I'm going to click on open folder here. Right, here it is. So here is my burp switch community edition setup file. Okay, and as I have already installed burp suit in my operating system, so just give me a minute. I'm gonna uninstall burp suit. Yeah, so let me click on suit, and uninstall option is here. There is my control panel. Let me uninstall that. Go next. Finish. Reload. Done. Yes, then I have successfully uninstalled burpsuit from my Windows operating system. Now let me show you the installation steps. Okay, so right click on the setup file you have downloaded. So burpsuit community Windows, right click on that and click on run as administrator. I repeat, right click on the setup file you have downloaded and click on run as administrator. And we will obviously get a pop-up with yes or no. Just click on yes button, right? And this is how it will be installed. Okay, so give me a second. Yeah, here it is. So you can see, so the first step is to just click on the next button. Okay, just click on next button, and you can see this is where it will be installed in C drive by default. Let's click on next button, and again click on next button. Right, so it start installation, and it doesn't take much time. It just takes a minute or two. We just need to wait for that. Then as you can see, the installation is completed. So to the right bottom, we have the finish button. Just click on the finish button. Then we have successfully installed our burp suite in our Windows operating system. So in order to start burp suite, okay, just click on start button, type burp suite, click on start button and type burp suite. So here we have the burp suite community edition here, right? Right click on the burp suite community edition application and click on run as administrator. Click on run as administrator. Please make a note of that. Whenever we run burpsuit, we need to run burpsuit with administrator only. I repeat, make a note of it. Whenever we are executing burpsuit, we need to run burpsuit with administrator privileges only. Okay. So right click